May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and right now in Denver, a special project is amplifying a piece of AAPI history that you may not know about. Today, I'm joined by Professor William Wei of CU Boulder's History Department. He is also on the board of Colorado Asian Pacific United. Good morning, Professor Wei.
Good morning, Jordan.
Thank you for being with us. Now, before we discuss the mural being developed in downtown Denver, we need to understand why this project is happening in the first place. So Denver once had a very bustling Chinese community in what is now the Coors Field neighborhood. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, I'd be delighted to do so. This neighborhood, normally referred to as Denver's Chinatown, began, we believe, when the first Chinese arrived in Denver on June 29th, 1869. We believe this Chinese person was a former worker on the Central Pacific Railroad, which built the western half of the famous Transcontinental Railroad. And after the railroad was built, he and his colleagues were essentially dismissed, and they looked for work in the West, and many of them came to Denver. And with their arrival, they began to build what we call Denver's Chinatown.
And can you give us a little bit of an overlook of what the project is that's happening now with this mural that's finally giving recognition to this piece of history in that area?
Yes. As you pointed out at the very beginning, people don't realize that there used to be a Chinatown in Denver. And that's because the Chinatown in Denver, which was a thriving working-class community, was destroyed as a result of an unfortunate anti-Chinese riot, which occurred on October 31st, 1880. And as a result of, if you will, anti-Chinese laws, such as the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Law, the Chinese diminished or declined as a population. And over time, Chinatown, disappeared, certainly by the eve of World War II. And what we're trying to do now is to reclaim that, that Chinatown that used to be here.
Yeah, this is a piece of heartbreaking history. How has this fueled your passion to continue to collect stories like these and educate everybody else?
Well, as a historian, one of my primary responsibilities is to make sure that history is complete and accurate. And the history of Denver and the history of Colorado would not be accurate nor complete without talking about the Chinese who had arrived here in the 19th century. And that's one of the reasons for doing that. And we also want to remind people that we are, in fact, part of the United States. One of the burdens that Chinese and other Asian Pacific Americans bear is the fact that we are always considered forever foreign in our own country. And the only way to persuade people that we're part of the country is to show them that we're part of the history.
Thank you for the privilege of your time this morning and for sharing that with us. We very much appreciate you.